Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at eTrailer, and today we are going to take a look at the Hollywood Racks 4-bike platform style bike rack on a 2016 Lexus RX 350. This platform style is going to allow you and up to 3 other people, which you can fit in your car, to take your bikes wherever you need to go. Whether that's you and the family or just you and a friend hitting the trail, you'll be able to go with them. Now, something that's nice about this rack, it is platform style, and generally with the hanging style, having 4 bikes can get cumbersome. You're always kind of wondering, is my bike getting damaged while transporting? That's not the case with this. This has a frame mount, which is really nice. It's going to keep this bike nice and secure. You also have wheel straps that hold it into place, and sway to side is not a whole lot. Now, this is not to be used with carbon fiber frames because you really don't want to clamp down on your frame. It might cause a little bit of damage. This is also not e-bike friendly, as the weight capacities on these are 35 pounds per bike. But let's dive in a little bit further into this bike rack. So one of the things that I've noticed when loading my bike is if you have to have a bunch of attachment points and it's hard to get the bike off, sometimes that's the difference of, I don't know if I'm going to ride today or not. That's not the case here. This is super easy to use. So you have this center mast that folds up. It's nice that it has rubber up here, so when you're loading your bike, if you hit the top, it's not going to scratch the rack and also not going to scratch your bike. You're also going to see here this frame mount has a ratcheting style strap, and the great part is it doesn't really matter the style or shape of your frame. This can rotate 360 degrees to get you that custom fit and then cinch down to whatever size you need. You also have a rubber strap here, and with conjunction of this rubber pad, your frame is going to stay nice and safe, not get scratched. So the similar ratcheting style and strap with the rubber is on each wheel. So once those are in these nice little baskets here for your tires, which can hold up to 2.5 inches, so a decent sized tire, that should cover most of your mountain bikes. Now, to release this, just simply push this button. You're gonna see it releases that ratchet. And whenever you need to use it again, you just simply have this loop, pull it down, and you can set your rubber where you need it on the wheel to prevent that from getting scratched. You're good. So we're gonna go ahead and take the bike off, and I'll show you a little bit more, but as you can see, this bike does have a decent amount of space still between the bike and the vehicle itself, so it shouldn't make any contact. And I think even with a wider pedal, you should be okay, but if you do have ones with wider pedals or a wider stance bike, you could always move it further in and put your more narrow bikes there. So something else that's nice, as I take these wheel straps off, I can kind of twist these out of the way, and that's something I noticed with some of the other bike racks that I've used before, is those flaps are in the way and you're kind of fumbling over them as you take them off. Not the case here. And what else is nice is they're both off, and now it comes down to just this simple center strap here. Similar design, so you just push that button and pull this out. And you can lift it up over this center mast, or also you can drop that completely out of the way by undoing that little bolt here, which drops the frame out of the way and makes it nice and easy to get your bike off. So as you can see, this folds out of the way, and that also is a nice feature when it comes to folding this up. Makes it nice and compact, and at least we'll just slide these up here. It's kind of cool. You can use the other strap from the other rack to hold this in place. Just like that, it's not going to go anywhere. So being a 4-bike platform style, it's pretty large, as you can see. Now let's get some actual measurements on our Lexus. So from the furthest point on the rear fascia to this furthest point on the rack, you're looking at about 38 inches. So that's something to take into consideration if you're backing into your garage or into a parking spot where there might be a wall behind it. So just know that you have 38 inches behind your vehicle. Another thing to note is also your ground clearance. So measuring from the bottom part of the bike rack here down to the ground is right at 20 inches. So that's going to be important for ground clearance if you're going up a steep hill or going in maybe rougher conditions to get to the trail. Now that 38 inches is going to be pretty far out, but if you don't have bikes on here, you're going to see there's a knob here, which is really nice because you pull your pin off, simply twist this, and this is going to take this anti-rattle bolt out, You can see it's actually attached, so I can just drop that and not have to worry about losing it. And then fold this up. So once you have it folded up, to put it back in place, you simply just turn this knob back till it's tight and put your pin through. So looking at how close this is to the vehicle, you still don't have any issues of it making contact and scratching your car, but it is rather compact. That's nice to have because now the space from the rear of the car to this furthest point on the rack puts it at about 13 inches, so pretty close to the vehicle. Now with this, you're gonna notice your taillights and reverse lights are gonna be a little bit blocked. Same with your rear view camera. You're probably not gonna be able to use it or as efficiently in this position. A nice added feature with this Hollywood Racks bike rack is the inclusion of this anti-rattle hitch bolt. And you put that in there and it's gonna tighten it down to where, as you can see, it's not gonna be rattling around when you drive. It also comes with a lock, which is nice because you can leave this on here, and if you don't have bikes on it, they're not gonna be able to steal your rack. So my final thoughts on the Hollywood Racks 4-bike platform destination bike rack is this is a great option for anyone that wants to take their entire family or a group of friends riding. I've been in situations before where I want to meet up with my friends and ride, but we can't all ride in the same vehicle because we're limited by the rack itself. This is a great option that looks good, also folds up into a nice compact shape against our Lexus. So if you need something to get you and your family to the trails on your 2016 Lexus RX 350, the Hollywood Racks destination might be the option for you.
Now we're going to go ahead and take it on our test course. First we'll start with the Slaloms. This is going to show the side-to-side action. It's kind of going to mimic the movements that you'll see whenever you're driving down the road normally. Now we'll have the alternating speed bumps. This is going to be more so like the uneven roads and some of that uneven terrain you might be traveling on, and see how it holds up.